Out of all of the modern Cartoon Network shows, I'm surprised to find a consistently solid piece of animation in OKKO Let's Be Heroes. There's hardly a stinker in its swath of hilarious episodes. Today I want to take a closer look at a personal favorite in Season 1 and how it embeds depth to endearing characters, adds nuance to a tired cliche, and comments on creating an online landscape. Let's analyze Everybody Likes Rad. One important distinction between episodes about making art online and Everybody Likes Rad is how they choose to frame the creator and the creation. In other episodes of this nature, the plot would paint the creator as someone who is only interested in short-term fame, lacking in talent, and overflowing with ego. The product of their ego would produce cheap, lazy meme videos for a passive audience to gawk at mindlessly. I very much dislike this approach in representing online content because it disregards people's personal tastes and effort put into the creation of content. I believe that people's tastes in media have more nuance than outside observers are willing to let on. Along with that, while not every piece of media created for the web is a masterpiece, it's easy to find heart, soul, and imagination in the smallest YouTube video. This heart and nuance can be seen in how the show represents Rad and his audience. While Rad's attempt to film ends with him smashing the bodega's roof in, he still finds pride in the work and is able to see the possibilities of his new outcome. Rad creates for the sake of creating, because he finds enjoyment in creating art. Even when offered the chance for fame and fortune, his desire to create never falters. His audience is also represented pretty well, finding genuine joy and humor from his creation. This episode excels in providing feelings of warmness from Rad's pride in his work and the joy from the audience. However, it's the relationship these two share where the real nuance lies. The main conflict of the episode comes from what the two parties value in the art Rad creates. Rad appreciates the setup, the punchline, the cinematography. He appreciates the separate elements that make the video so charming. The audience sees the video as one whole element rather than several pieces. It's a video where a guy falls through a roof and says a funny word. It's the realization that the two parties view the art differently that makes Rad distraught. The audience's chant for him to say his funny meme word causes Rad to question whether their appreciation is genuine or not. The difference in value comes from the audience not being able to see the creation of the art. The artist and the audience can see the art differently because they view it at different points in time, at the beginning of its creation and the end. I actually find this conflict relatable because it's something that I went through early in my YouTube career. Let me set the stage. It's early February of 2015, I'm sick at home and decide to browse the web. I stumble across some news of a Steven Universe crossover with Uncle Grandpa. I was so ecstatic that I decided to create some fan art of it. I even recorded myself drawing it for fun. This is the story of my most successful video as of this date, sitting at 9,000 views. It might be a small number for YouTube standards, but it was big for 2015 me and his 3 subscribers and 2 view average. My joy and pride was soon shattered when the comment section was updated with disgust and annoyance at the concept of this crossover. What I failed to realize was that my success came not from my art, but my video being one of the first of this topic, being created on the day of the announcement. The audience was not looking for cool fan art, but answers to a perplexing idea. In this moment, I felt what Rad felt. Of course, I had nice comments, but the overwhelming negativity made me question what made the video so popular. In an indirect way, the video fulfilled a part of their wants, even if our desires didn't match. This is the same with Rad. While it's easy to doubt the admiration of your audience, it exists. It's just that what they like is different from what you like. If there's one criticism I could leverage, it would be with how the rest of the episode shifts focus from a creator-audience relationship to the topic of being derivative in art. The biggest issue with this shift is that the concept is never truly developed. While it is set up early in the episode, Enid explaining to KO how an online creator needed to do the same thing over and over to maintain their viewership. This is something Rad never does. Rad never creates another video with the intention of being popular. He only makes one video. In this way, the idea of Rad being more than a stereotype never gets developed and explored as well as the climax alludes to. Even though the topic is interesting, it makes the episode in general feel somewhat non-committal and half-baked. Everyone Likes Rad is a surprisingly in-depth look into the struggles of an online content creator and the differences between an artist and their audience. I really enjoyed the positive portrayal of the two parties. The OKKO team didn't take the easy way out with this episode, and the result is a story that creates solitude for unappreciated artists and a lesson about how the admiration of an audience isn't the sole worth of art. While Rad extinguishes his dreams of creating in this episode, it's reassuring that he's able to find joy creating with his friends as the seasons progress.
Been playing